Hello everybody, this is the updated BattleBit weapon tier list. Just start it right off without wasting too much time. I think we're putting Scorpion Evo. I don't know, I'd say probably it's an A tier, B tier. I'll put it A tier just because of the recoil. It has really good TTK and it's pretty consistent. However, you're really looking at more CQC gameplay with this. Honey Badger, I'll put B tier. It's an alright gun. With some recent buffs, it's been alright. P90, I'll put A tier. It used to be S tier, but because of the recent damage drop-off changes, it definitely loses its S tier title. It goes down to A tier. Groza, high A tier weapon, definitely one of the more solid weapons of the game. Could be S tier honestly, but I'm gonna keep it A tier. Chris Vector, A tier now. There's just better SMGs in the game in my opinion, for what you're trying to do if you're trying to frag out. Vector used to be a definite S tier weapon, now it's just moved down to A tier. MP7, very solid S tier SMG, just a no-brainer choice, all around really good gun, good mobility, good reload speed, good TTK. PP2000, either high B tier, low high B tier, or I'll put it on A tier, low A tier for my opinion. It's got decent TTK, but it just doesn't shred as well. The only reason why I probably won't put it in B is because it's a PDW, which means it has the 1.5x headshot percentage, so it's all right in that aspect. UMP, definitely an S tier UMP. UMP is definitely an S tier SMG for sure. It just feels all around solid. Doesn't have the best TTK stats across the board, but it's just a very solid gun. It has really good BTK, so most of the time you really only need 3 to 4 bullets to kill. So just in that aspect, it's solid, low recoil, consistent. MP5, putting in B tier. There's no point really using MP5 if you have the PP2000, MP7 UMP available. Same thing with PP19, C tier or B tier. It's all right. L86A1, it's definitely an A tier weapon. Support still lacks mobility, and so if you're using this gun, it's kind of just lacking. MG36, low B tier, it's all right. Feels solid, it shoots pretty good, but it's just not it at all. M249, there's no reason to use M249 in my opinion. It's just a C tier weapon. You have weapons like the MG36, L86 that you can easily use. Ultimax is definitely a D tier weapon. It's one of the worst. It is the worst LMG in the game by far. And then we're looking at DMRs now. So MK14 EBR, I put a B tier, A tier, AR B tier. If you're considering we're just looking at like weapon tier lists in total, I think DMRs across the board need some balancing changes to them. Just buffs in general. It lacks really any fragging ability in terms of what you're trying to do. But for DMR wise, I will put the MK probably B tier. It's all right. It has full auto capability. It's fast fire rate. MK20 has the ability to two-shot, so definitely putting an 8. It's definitely an A tier DMR. SVD B tier as well. With the MK14, actually could be A tier just because it's fast fire rate. I'll put SVD in A tier. L96 A tier sniper rifle for sure. SSG69 D tier sniper rifle. SV98 D tier. These are just no-brainers. If you guys want more clarification on this, go to the sniping video I made almost like 4 months ago. They never even changed the snipers a lot. The only really update they did with the snipers is that medium scopes now have glint past 600 meters, or within 600 meters they have glint. So other than that, it's not that big of a change regardless. So these snipers are pretty much all the same across the board. G3, it's an alright gun. I put it B tier. It's a B tier battle rifle. M200 definitely used to be an S tier weapon, I would say, but even now with the changes, you can't even one tap X armor anymore. So honestly, I feel like L96 is just better than M200, but M200 still has better velocity compared to L96. MSR is D tier. There's really no point in using it. Remington 700, just D tier sniper rifle. There's no point in using it again. The only time we'll ever use this because it sounds sick. Oh, and we have the pistols now. Pistols across the board, pretty much all C tier. Besides these 3 guns pretty much, the Glock, the Unica, the Desert Eagle. The Eagle's D tier. There's really no reason for you to use it because the Unica's just better. Unica's definitely an A tier pistol. Just A tier, S tier. I mean, it's just no-brainer. These 2 are the best pistols in the game right now. There should be no other reason why you use anything else. RSH-12 D tier. It's just absolute garbage. M110, I would probably put it B tier. It's a B tier DMR. It's all right. SG550. Still lacks the TTK ability that you see in other weapons, so probably C, probably B tier, HK, B tier, solid B tier, AR. Used to be pretty good, but now it's kind of iffy. They kind of nerfed it a little bit, so it's all right. AK-5C, definitely an A tier assault rifle. It's really, really good. It's probably one of the best rifles in the game. F200, it's just complete garbage. This is one of the worst CTKs in the game. There's no point in using it. You'll use literally half a mag for one guy, and just there's no point. AS Val, A tier now, for sure A tier. Recent buffs got it definitely a lot better than the Honey Badger in my opinion. It actually has one of the best CTKs in the game on average, so definitely use that. AK-15, still an A tier gun for sure. AK-74, I would say I would even put it S tier. 74 got some much needed buffs, and I would literally put it S tier. I think S tier AR for sure. G36, A tier rifle, it's all right. Not the best. It's consistent, but it's definitely not as hard hitting. M4 goes hand in hand with the G36 in my opinion. Pretty much the same. Scar H, A tier, high A tier gun. Pretty much could be S tier. AUG A3, really solid A tier weapon. Foul S tier for sure. I mean, this is just a no-brainer. It's one of the best guns in the game. FAMAS, probably A tier. I would say it's low A tier, high B tier. ACR, C tier gun. It's just not good. I mean, you have fast movement, low recoil, fast fire rate, but the reload time on it's just way too long for it to really be considered. And RPK-16, the most recent gun that got added, definitely S tier. These are definitely by far the best guns in the game right now, across the board, for sure. These guns right here, and then moving down to A tier, these are the more usable guns that, like, I mean, it's cool. Then you get down to more personal preference, I would say. B tier, I feel like you're putting yourself at more of a handicap. You have better guns to consider. C tier, it's like all right, and D tier, it's just complete useless. You're just gonna have a horrible time using these guns. Yeah. So if you guys enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, subscribe. I'm streaming on twitch.tv/FPSDecimal pretty much every single day now. So yeah, peace.